still below
showing
normal.
you the enhancement on the satellite picture. We're talking about this area right here, and we have had tremendous amounts of rain. Thunderstorms continue to push through the southeast from Atlanta all the way up on through Columbia and Charlotte, North Carolina, and we'll continue to watch this area as the low marches in across parts of the southeast. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll talk about the snow. 6 to 12 inches of snow from Pittsburgh to Albany. This is going to be more of an interior storm. You will see significant icing in places like New York City, back on through Allentown into the lower Susquehanna Valley. And you can see the areas in pink, northern Jersey, back on through, possibly in around Frederick County, Maryland, back through West Virginia. This is going to be an ice event for sure. Right now, the snows have started, as we mentioned, in Albany throughout the nighttime hours, and now in Pittsburgh, it is light snow after a period of freezing rain. And speaking of Pittsburgh, we have Jeff Morrow, our traveling weatherman. Jeff, you've been on the road now for what, about a week or so, and now the snow is just starting in Pittsburgh.
That's right. It actually had been freezing rain here, Jody, late last night. Actually, when we were reporting to the Weather Channel last evening, it was plain rain, changed to freezing rain. Now it's mixed over with sleet and some snow. It is like an ice skating rink. I know that's a cliche, but that's exactly what it is on the sidewalks here. We're on the corner of Bigelow and Forbes Avenue here, right on the campus of Pitt University. Fortunately, the students are on spring break. They don't have to deal with this, but there are some workers coming in here to the suburb of Oakland, and they're having to deal with some really nasty conditions. We've had all kinds of reports of icing up in Beaver County, which is northwest of here, and also on Highway 28 coming into Pittsburgh as well.
Jeff, have you heard of cancellations this morning because of the icy roads?
Last night we heard that a couple of school districts had closed because of the impending storm, but we haven't heard of anything this morning. I'll double check on that for you and tell you in about a half hour.
All right, Jeff, we'll be checking back with you then around 6:30 or so. So
okay.
Take care. I'll tell you what, that was Jeff Morrow in and around the Pittsburgh area. Mark, in Albany, it is another storm. But we've talked about the snow, but let's talk about the severe weather.
Just in about 10 minutes from now, and you'll see what it's like in Albany as snow mounts up. Binghamton, snow heavier during the afternoon. Rochester, some light snow. New York, just a mess there. Some freezing rain. There'll be some ice. We don't expect any heavy accumulations in New York City, but you go west of there into Philadelphia, for example, and we could see west of Philadelphia some significant accumulations on top of ice. There's been some sleet falling this morning, and I'll tell you what happens when that occurs. When rain falls through a warm air mass, but as rain falls through a warm air mass and then hits the colder air mass near the surface, it freezes. And that's what occurred this morning around Pittsburgh, some freezing rain. Jeff Morrow there, and we're going to take you to him in just a few minutes, and he'll show you what looks to be like an ice skating rink there. Now, some sleet has also fallen, and that's when the snow changes to rain and then goes through a frozen boundary layer and changes back, freezes before it hits the ground, then you have sleet. It's a messy situation at best. Now, over the next 5 days, we'll see that from right around New York City and then westward into eastern Kentucky. That's midday today. The storm system by this afternoon will be just south of New Jersey, wrapping in abundant moisture into southern New England and out in western Pennsylvania through the Ohio River Valley. We'll see the rains coming to an end in the southeast this afternoon. Tomorrow morning it'll be replaced by very cold air and windy conditions, and the snow will continue to fly from New England southward along the Appalachian Trail. We expect in local situations in excess of 3 inches of rain in some cases in the Carolinas and in portions of Georgia. We're expecting heavy snow, a foot or more in those areas shaded in the white and the gray, and cold air today for highs.